Hey guys, welcome to episode 5 of what's my channel name? 2 Cents Dispenser. And I do not feel well, I do not look well. I am not doing well, guys. So today we're going to be laying low, okay? It's going to be a chill day, and we're going to be talking about some human rights, some LGBTQ rights. We love that. And yeah, let's get straight into it. I actually saw a article on Guardian. I don't have access to Guardian, but I saw the headline and like the first couple sentences. Russia hands out first convictions in connection with anti-LGBT law. Underneath it says, "My voice is just terrible right now. I'm so sorry." Courts began convicting people displaying symbols associated with LGBT movement designated as extremists last year. So the symbols are basically alluding to the rainbow flag, basically all the flags, and yeah. So yeah, for a bit of context, 2 Russian courts have this week handed out the first convictions in connection to what the government calls international LGBT social movement, which was designated as extremists last year. So this man was found guilty on Thursday for displaying the symbols of an extremist organization after he posted a photograph of the flag online, according to the court's press service. Can I just say one thing? You do not have to support LGBT people. You do not have to advocate for, I know there's like ambiguity between same sex or like these different representations, these different presentations of masculinity, femininity. I get that. Sometimes it's hard to overcome perhaps embedded beliefs, but still, as human beings, there should be a mutual respect. And respect is something that I think if they have not. Okay, so obviously these are strangers, right? So they haven't earned your respect, but I think that as humans, we should just have this compassion and friendliness towards each other. Like, I don't think this hatred towards somebody that doesn't align with your beliefs. Honestly, I think that's pretty narrow-minded, pretty close-minded to just dismiss a whole demographic of people, and just the stereotypes. I mean, calling them extremists for advocating for their rights. I mean, okay, it could be argued that some of their movements have been taken to the extreme, but honestly, I get that. The internet's attention span is very short, so if I were to make a point known, I would take advantage of any spotlight I can get to encourage my beliefs, to, put my ideas out there and put my identity out there so that other people can resonate with and potentially find comfort in my own to find comfort in. So, yeah, I don't know. I guess it could be labeled as extremist activity, but still, even then, the guy who got convicted posted a photo of the rainbow flag. And I'm not in any way trying to judge the court decision. Okay, look, I am kind of judging, but in the most third person, like non-biased take on this ever, I personally think that labeling LGBTQ communities as extremist organizations itself is already pretty damaging, because where did that come from? That was pretty uncalled for. Now you're mixing LGBTQ groups under the same category as potentially harmful, damaging, terrorizing groups of people. You see how that's a problem when literally people existing and menaces to society are like put under the same branch. Like, that is how degrading it is for the LGBTQ people, just being labeled as the same extremists organization. Guys, come on. Okay, obviously it's not the court's problem if the guy was caught posting this photo, and under state or country law that is prohibited. Like, the court has to follow what the law determines. But come on now, okay, if you as a country think that these LGBTQ groups are harmful, or the only reason you would prohibit it is if you find it, 1, unethical, 2, threatening to your power in a way, because that's why anybody would label it as, what did they label it? Extremist organizations. The reason you label it as an extremist organization is because you find it in some way threatening to your power. So I think that deserves some internal examinations or assessments, because if your power dynamic with advocatory activities or protests, if that little setback is so threatening to your status, maybe reevaluate. Because, okay, these people, the only reason why you would view it as committing a crime is because the law says otherwise. And the law, when they are just prohibiting, like, okay, I consider myself as a supporter of LGBTQ people, and one of the really big arguments is that it is not a choice. They are born this way. They're on the right track, baby. They were born this way. So you are literally making a law that prohibits people for the way they are. Sounds a lot like previous events in history. Racism, sexism, guys. And I'm not trying to compare like all the tragedies to some guy getting convicted, but I'm just saying there are patterns occurring, and it's pretty evident that, people who cannot control these certain aspects are being punished for simply existing. That's pretty messed up, in my opinion. So, we have a couple takeaways from this. First, if you are a person within the LGBTQ community, find the right environment for you. The world is so big, there is certainly some place where you are not only accepted but embraced. And hopefully, you could find true love and, yeah, just be happy. I really hope that for all of you. And number two, if you are a supporter, if you are not LGBTQ, um, spread love, because I'm not sure if you yourself is familiar with being a minority group in society, but let's say, or actually, I'm just not gonna assume, okay? I'm sure you are all educated individuals, and just showing some basic fundamental respect to your fellow human friend, it can really do a lot for somebody who is being discriminated against and obviously going through identity crisis, as they're, a lot of people are just bi curious, and stuff like this could really shut it down and stopping them from growing in their own identity. Like, us as humans, we are constantly evolving and changing and looking for our interests, looking for other things we're passionate about, and this is stunting their growth. A lot of people still don't know what they want yet, and this is pretty damaging to their personal development. And so, if you are an ally, if you are a supporter, just be kind. And if you're not a supporter, if you are not a part of it, okay, if you're not being mean, then just don't say a word. Don't express your opinion. People are people. Okay, okay, you can express your opinion, but why would you say mean things? Like, if you're expressing your opinion, that means that you're saying mean things to these people. So just don't, let people live. And if you're being mean, then please reflect on your behavior. Please do better. Okay? Just do better, because these are people with feelings. These are people just like you, just like me, and they deserve the same respect. They are individuals, and they don't deserve to be degraded and labeled as extremists just for sharing their beliefs. And I get it. Communist governments have their own ways of work. I am in no way criticizing their government structure. However, I do believe that showing respect to all individuals of our society is very crucial for us moving forward. So, yeah, I hope today was a safe space for all of us. I certainly needed some uplifting energy. Not sure about you, but yeah. Mwah.